little intermission.
Hello.
Hello? Dad? Just got back. We've got some little Tim Tams. And everyone and their moms has been telling me that these are fire. So we're about to do a little food test, taste test for the girls. Look at that. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. It's like melting in my hands right now because it's hot. How many calories are in these? It doesn't tell you how many calories. Probably like 1,000. One biscuit. Wow, that's actually fire though. That's fire, not gonna lie. So if you're ever in Australia, check out some Tim Tams. This week's video is about my playbook to how I run one-on-ones. Let's go! I'm excited just to kind of share some of my personal philosophies on how I run one-on-ones and why I run them the way that I do. I recently had a manager shadow me and he was like, Bri, it doesn't really look like you've got much of a structure or like an agenda that you follow on these one-on-ones. And I kind of took pride in that because a lot of people don't know this because obviously it's all in my head and I know this, but there's always structure to how I run things. But in the same way that we train new AEs or BDRs that want to transition to being an AE one day, we always train them and say, hey, don't look robotic on calls. Don't make it look like you're trying to cover all of MedPick or all of BANT on a call with on a discovery call. Same thing goes for one-on-ones. Every single one-on-one to a certain degree is a discovery call, as cliche as that sounds, because it's my job as the head coach of this fantastic team to try to unpack a lot regarding the key objectives for the entire year, broken down into quarters, broken down into months, broken down into days. That is my job. I wrote down a list of what not to do's and also a list of what to do's. So key number one on what not to do is don't purely talk every single one-on-one about just quota and KPIs. And I'm a big believer of that, just because if your reps just feel like they're another number on your team, it can get really repetitive and redundant if they're just like constantly hearing about how they're not doing enough for you. Because in their minds, a lot of the times they feel like they're doing everything they can to try to get to their number, right? And so it's on us to try to decipher, is this rep doing literally everything possible? Is it a will issue? Is it someone doesn't want to be here, they're checked out? Is it a skill issue? Can I impact that a little bit? So I do cover KPIs. That's going to be part of like my what to do section, but just be cautious of coming off very much like you're micromanaging reps constantly based off of just numbers, if that's the only thing that you essentially talk about as a manager. Don't make people feel bad. Don't compare people to each other. And this one is a hard one just because you want folks to look up to other more tenured reps on the team. But at the same time, if I'm an underperformer, right, and I'm being judged in the same way as someone that's at 300% quota attainment on the team, for example, that can feel like Mount Everest. That can be like such a daunting task, right? To reach that person's standards. And so just tread lightly on how you gas up other people and how you talk about other people. Are you saying point blank, hey, you're not doing well, so-and-so is doing better than you? Because then that's gonna that's gonna cause conflict and it's gonna cause resentment between the underperformer and the top performer. Next thing on what not to do, don't just consistently take. Don't keep asking for more. I am a firm believer, and I heard this on Chad Beach's leadership podcast, where he talks about leadership is about withdrawals and deposits. And in any good relationship, the more that you are constantly depositing from a value perspective, from a job security perspective, psychological safety perspective, give a ton to your reps constantly, because if you're depositing 60, 70, 80% of the time into their bank account, right? Then when you are asking for a withdrawal, when you're saying, hey, I need your help with doing XYZ, they're gonna be more than happy to help you. But you gotta be sure that you're depositing into your reps' metaphorical bank account. And then lastly, every person has their own management style, right? That they develop over time. I've never been a big fan personally of this fear. Like, I want my reps to fear me and be scared of me. I've had managers that love that. They thrive on that. They're like, Bri, I want you to be afraid of me. And it's like a weird thing where I'm like, I can sense that you're insecure, because why do you need me to be so scared of you, right? Don't be insecure. Like, if you're insecure about whatever, then obviously that's why you want them to fear you. But to a certain degree, there's a difference between fear and respect. And I'm a firm believer that if you're doing your job correctly, they are going to respect you. Meaning they don't have to be afraid of you. They just need to know that you have their best interests in mind. And if they feel that the trust is there, the respect is there, then of course, when you're bringing down the hammer because they did something, you know, incorrectly or disrespected you in some sort of way, trust me, they will know that you are in control and in charge. If you know for a fact you're an authority figure, you're a subject matter expert, then at the end of the day, you are gonna get respected because of who you are and what value you provide back. So that's my what not to do's. Now let's talk about what to do's.